What's up, Cyber Frog friends and family? Welcome back to another episode of Market Flow, powered by THOR, hosted by me, Mode. The charts have really turned around in the past couple days. We got a lot of up, and now we're seeing a little bit of down. Is this anything we didn't expect? Is this, what do we got? Remember, we talked about the bullish and the bearish scenario. Were we going to see the resistance or were we going to see the pump? We've clearly seen the pump. We knew this purple line. This was a significant area. We had a lot of longs close in this area and shorts close in this area, telling me that this was a significant zone of price action. We actually found resistance on it, broke through, looked for support, but have now broke back under. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin comes down here back to this 63.5, 64 range. And if it does, in no way does that change my bullish or bearish sentiment on Bitcoin. I'm bullish right now. Medium, long term, super bullish. Short term, maybe a little bearish just to come down from this 65.8 down to about that 64, but that's a minor move. However, short term right now, I do think we could see that little bit more bearish activity. Come down, retest the long-term EMA, retest this DCA area we set, anywhere between this kind of 64 to 62. And retest the uptrend that we've established here. So I think things are looking pretty good for Bitcoin. We still have, THOR still has these calls down here at the 43, at the 32, and all the way down here at 17. Once again, all we need to do to break those calls and invalidate, erase them essentially, is break the 72K, which is the local tops right here of the last pump. But right now we've got the break of downtrend. We look to be making the higher low supports. We've got the higher high. Let's see if we get this higher low. We get a really good entry here between 64 and 62K. But overall, I really think things are looking bullish for Bitcoin. Excited. Everything's red right now, but I think these are only leading red down to better entries. Solana. What do we got with Solana? Remember, we had a THOR call here. THOR call between 75, 79 entry. We did pump up to about 84. However, this call is still in play. We have the take profit point here at just below 57, 56 and change. So that would bring us down, kind of following this trend that we established, right? We wanted to see a break of the 160K support, pump into the short. That's exactly what we got. Now let's see if we get the short to fill out, come down here, fill out this 56 to 57 TP range. I think things are again, looking good, looking bullish. Remember what we said is we needed to break this zone, get above this 160, break it significantly, find support on it, and then hopefully significantly and quickly create a gap leaving the zone again. That would be very, very strong, very bullish for Solana. What is the bearish momentum? If we can't find support here, if we can't hold the support in this zone, if we lose 150, we could revisit these areas. If we happen to make the lower low, we do have some calls all the way down here in the 90 area. So look for that. If we lose the 125, I think we could slip all the way down toward 90. Remember, we mentioned for several weeks this gold zone here. We were saying this could be the best long entries we get for the rest of the bull run on Solana if we revisited those areas. Now it looks like, oh, that was easy. But, when we were up here and everything was looking bullish, a lot of people didn't think we were going to revisit here. So we did. I know some people took long somewhere here near the middle of the zone, 135, longed up to this short and potentially looking to go long again when we find support, if we find support here in the zone, right? Here at the THOR short take profit, and that would be the break, retest, finding support on the downtrend. So things are looking pretty bullish for SOL. Let's take a look at, remember we had our long-term target chart that we have been talking about for a while. And, you know, for a minute, people are starting to get a little bearish when we were testing the tops but not really breaking. And when we started to lose support here, this is now a weekly chart, by the way, no longer a 4-hour. But this is the weekly chart that we said what happened every time we had the RSI getting high on the RSI, retesting all-time highs of the last bull, we got a big break. Retesting all-time highs of the last run, high on the RSI, we got the break. Retesting all-time highs, getting high on the RSI. This looks like we're due for the break-in to continue the bull run on schedule, kind of as we are all expecting to, right? So we're going to continue to look toward that until something significant happens to show us otherwise. But looking here on the 4-hour, the shorter time frame, we may have that slight retrace again before we find support. Again, looking at Solana, I think we could fill this short, come down to the 156. Let's take a look at Jupiter, just because we have been playing Jupiter so well. We knew Jupe was starting to get frothy in these ranges. We knew where we wanted to DCA back into Jupe. We looked at the fair value gaps created. We zoomed in. We said, hey, giving entry, we're going to look to long Jupe at around 81 to 82 cents. Given entry, giving opportunity, we're going to long Jupe at 71. We did, and then we said, if we break this low, we're going to get our entry at 64, and I mean, we tapped it to pretty much the cent. Great on that. Look at the first resistance, exactly as we expected in the zone, finding support near the bottom. We found resistance. I'm looking for support here again on top of this zone. If we get that support, making the higher low, I think we're going to push for the higher high up toward $1.15 Jupiter. So things are looking really good for Jupe. Things are looking good for SOL. Things are looking for Bitcoin. But remember, we do still have these calls down here. We do still have long calls in the lower range if we see bearish activity. Remember, there's always a call to take. You know, there's always calls to take. Don't think if you miss one that, you know, I used to get upset if I missed a call. Looking back, that's so silly. There's always another call to take. Just look at all these calls that are printed right now for the assets that we have access to. THOR prints, Frogs Fuck. If you have a problem trading, you're still not convinced or confident or comfortable doing all this, look to AutoThor. What has AutoThor done recently? Let's look at that. What has AutoThor done recently? If you were in a contract, if part of this 1 million TVL was part of your bag, if you were one of the users that are currently experiencing average of 50% user P&L payout for the life of the contract, what would you have been doing? You would have been buying SOL, and this is automatically when I say you. Let me rephrase. What would THOR have been doing for you while you were doing absolutely nothing? THOR would have been buying you Solana at 133, at 126, at 124, at 143. it would have been selling your soul for profit at 160, 168, 174, and 180. If you don't understand trading, you should at least understand buy low, sell high. AutoThor does exactly that. The Solana that it's holding for the trade, it's staking to earn rewards. The USDC it's holding for trades, it's staking to earn rewards. Basically, the smartest thing to be doing with your money between Solana or Sol or staking, trading, or holding, AutoThor does it for you. Look into CyberFrogs. TVL currently 1 mil. We have a lot more coming up as this contract evolves into TAP and we see the new upgrades, the new life, new use cases brought to Kira, and a whole lot more from CyberFrogs. Once again, Frogs Fuck, Thor Prince. See y'all on Thursday.